Lab TV travels to a Navy research lab in China Lake, California, to meet engineers who test one of the Navy's smallest airplanes, the Scan Eagle. The Scan Eagle is an unmanned aerial vehicle, or UAV. The Navy and the Marines use it like an eye in the sky to fly over dangerous areas and check out what's going on.
It keeps the human away from the danger. You can be 60 to 90 miles away from any type of danger. You can fly low, you can fly down to 1,000 feet and not worry about getting shot down. And if this crashes, nobody's killed.
And this little UAV doesn't take off and land like most planes.
It actually doesn't take off or land on a runway. It's launched with a catapult. Yeah, it's an air pressure catapult. We pump it up to the appropriate air pressure based on the weight and the wind for the day. And you activate the catapult and it accelerates the airplane to about 50 miles an hour and it's fine.
And to land the Scan Eagle, they simply snag it with something called a Skyhook. It looks like a model airplane, but it can do some amazing things. It weighs only 40 pounds, cruises at 5,000 feet, and can fly all day on 1.5 gallons of gas.
One of the more important parts of the airplane is this little dome here. This is the GPS, the Global Positioning System antenna. And this allows the airplane to know where it's at anywhere on the Earth. And it sends that information to the avionics bay to help control the airplane. And it also sends it back down on the ground so we know where the airplane is while it's flying.
The coolest thing about the plane is its high-resolution video camera.
There's a special little camera in here that's on a gimbal so it can point in any direction while the airplane's flying. That's pretty typical, and they just use it for surveillance to see what's going on the ground.
The engineers install different kinds of equipment on the plane. Those are called payloads.
The main purpose of being here is to support the people out in the battlefield. We test various payloads, sensors, cameras, special radios. That's why we're here. We test and evaluate things, make sure that it works like it's supposed to, and then we send it out in the field.
Let's check out a Scan Eagle control center.
So this is where we actually operate the Scan Eagle from. The screen in front of me is what the aircraft operator uses to control the airplane. When he wants to make the airplane fly somewhere, just click on it, drag it where you want it to go, and the airplane actually does the rest. The operator's main job is to direct the airplane where it needs to go and to keep an eye on the airspeed, the altitude, and the engine and make sure everything's running like it's supposed to. The whole purpose of the airplane, as far as the military is usually concerned, is what's on this screen. This is where the payload operator sits and he monitors objects, people, vehicles on the ground. Like in this case, we've got a bridge and a tank that we're observing, and the tank's kind of down in a little ravine. And it's an example of how this airplane can be used to save lives out in the field. If our guys were coming along down this road, they may not even see the guys in the ravine, but we're up at 2,000 or 3,000 feet and we can see everything down there and let them know what's going on.
I mean, it's good to go out and fly. I mean, it's as close as we get to being pilots without having to go through and get a pilot license. Sit on the ground and watch it fly.
You know, like when I was a kid growing up, I always flew model airplanes and I was in the whole airplanes and aviation thing. And this is kind of an outgrowth of that whole thing. So for me, it's a lot of fun, but it's also very serious. And that's the whole reason that we're here.
To find out more about the Scan Eagle and other UAVs, check out labtvonline.org.